Hello, my name is Joshua Blanco. I'm here to do the positioning for the C-spine and the T-spine. Okay. I would have the position patient with their back towards the bucky. In an erect position, I would have the patient looking straight towards the X-ray tube, and I would have the center ray pointing directly at the thyroid cartilage, which is at the level of C4, angled cephalidly 15 degrees, and then I would collimate. So right here and right here, and it will shoot and it'll get all the way to from C3 to T3. Okay. Now for the positioning for an oblique, I would turn the patient's body into a 45-degree angle, more to closer this way. That's right. Okay. And then I would have the patient look this way right here, straight, and I would position the center ray still at the level of C3, so that way it gets through here and you can get the intervertebral foramina. Okay, for the lateral, I will position the patient at a 90-degree angle, facing straight, the center ray still at C3, right here, so that way you can see the vertebral bodies. Now for the lateral swimmers, I would have the patient lower this arm as much as they could, and raise this arm up like this, get as close as you can. And what I would do is I would have the patient, don't angle yourself, stand straight up. I would put the center ray right above, about 1.5 inches above the jugular notch to get T7, okay? Now for the T-spine, what I would do is I would position the center ray perpendicular to the IR, as if I was doing an AP chest, which would be the level of T7, but I would collimate roughly around right here to at least get like 1 inch or so of the ribs, the posterior ribs, and I would get from say C6 to L1 or L2. That's for the AP. Now, for the lateral, I would have the patient turn sideways. Have the patient hold their hands here in front of them. And as I do that, I'd keep the center ray in the same place here as if I'm doing an AP chest at the level of T7. And I would collimate a little bit back so that way I can make sure and I get the skin and all the muscles back here. And I would collimate right here, so that way I can also get the level of the spine. Here I'm going for the AP lumbar spine. What I would do is I would feel for the patient's iliac crest right around here, and what I would do is right here I would center it down vertically and horizontally at the level of 2 inches above the iliac crest or 2 inches below the lower rib margin. I would center it here, and I would collimate to just the lumbar region, and I would shoot, and I would put my marker towards the top right as to not get my marker into the anatomy of interest. Now, for the lateral lumbar, I would actually turn the patient over to his left, like if he's sleeping on his side. I would put his hands like this. I would have his feet put together and bend your knees forward. Right there. And I would try and get the patient as flush as his back is not arched in any way. To get the center ray properly, I would again find the iliac crest right here. And I would center it 1.5 inches above. And I would keep the center ray, I would get here with the center ray and about 1 inch or so behind to make sure I don't clip into the anatomy of interest in the back. Now for the lateral L5 S1 spot, all I would do is angle the tube 5 degrees cephalidly. I would look for the iliac crest. I would cup it like as so, and I would position the center ray in that vicinity, And that would be for my lateral L5 S1 squat.